Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are working on part 2 of our shopping center build series, and I will be creating a arcade / play place today. The name on the gallery is a little weird because you can't fit all of it in, so I had to just abbreviate it. It just says shopping center, arcade. Also, the fast food restaurant we made in part 1 is still on the lot. You can obviously feel free to delete that or edit it as you wish, but I'm just going to upload them in bits and pieces, with each one being added one piece at a time. I hope that makes sense. It was just the easiest way to do it for me, because then I'd have to bulldoze the whole lot and start over and then try to remember where things were. And I figured you'd like to see the progress of it or edit as you see fit. But here we are. We have placed the play place that was the modular system that came with Adventure Awaits. I tried piecing my own together, but it just wasn't I wasn't coming up with a good enough plan. So I went with one of the pre-made builds that are on the Build By catalog by themselves, and just placed it inside, rearranged some things so that the kids can get up, and they can actually slide down the slide because I got rid of the ceiling on the second floor, and I also made it tall wall height to be able to fit everybody coming up and down, and even adults can walk up and slide down, so that was pretty fun. We have the arcade machines that I believe came with Get Famous, but don't quote me on that. I do not have bowling stuff, which I know would have come in very, very handy, but I refuse to buy that now in the current state of affairs happening with EA. We will not be covering that right now. I just tried to do the best I can with the packs I had. I love these ceiling lights that came with Party Essentials. I thought they fit really nicely, and then the neon lights are all from the Party Essentials kit as well. I also threw in 2 vending machines. One is the little simi capsules, and then the other one is just some snacks. There is one single bathroom. It only has one toilet, but I managed to throw in at the very end 3 toddler potties because I include some activities for toddlers in here as well. There's the ball pit and the little toddler slide. So Sims of all ages can have fun in this room, and I did try to make it very colorful and well decorated for children, but also leave a lot of space for everybody to move around. So we have just a base game wallpaper and carpet, and then I changed the colors on the play place setup to be really like rainbow colored and fun. And I also added these awnings that I think came with either for rent or businesses and hobbies. I put those above the front windows, and then the very large windows that also came with, I think they came with City Living on the larger place, so that's kind of a big sunroom area. And then you'll see I'm working on the roof for the arcade section. I just used a couple very easy roof pieces, and then I put a platform in the middle and raised it up. I also ended up putting some of the crystal clear pieces that came with Island Living on top of where the play place is, so sunlight comes down through the roof and that room gets very well lit up, and it's just very fun. I kind of was imagining a typical fast food restaurant play place, but also thrown in with an arcade. I thought that the combination of the two was very nostalgic, and I enjoyed it. I was kind of going for a Happy Times vibe. They don't exist anymore, and I'm very sad, at least not in my area. Let me know if they exist in your area, because I would be willing to travel. I really enjoyed going to Happy Times as a kid, so that's kind of the whole inspiration of this. I know it's a very small scale compared to what they used to be, but we work with what we can in The Sims. There's only so much we can do. Here are those ceiling pieces going in on top of the play place, and then I end up coloring both sides of the roof with just this plain gravel that came with base game. I thought it was nice, and I changed the front sidewalk area in front of the door to the sidewalk slabs, same as in front of the fast food restaurant. The bathroom is also very plain, just a very simple tile on the floor and on the walls from base game, and then these cats and dogs blinds in front of the big windows. And those, I believe, are from Moschino stuff, if I remember correctly. The shower is from Spa Day, and then we just have base game toilet and sink. And the mirror, I think, is from Love Struck, I'm pretty sure. Ignore this blue table, by the way. I ended up getting rid of the blue table because I wanted to put some toddler potties in there, like I mentioned earlier. Out front, we do have a lovely little arcade sign that came with businesses and hobbies. Came in very, very handy for this. And then I threw up some wall decals and posters in the kids section on the wall. Just some clouds and hot air balloons and some frogs, some trees, some little posters and stuff. I thought it was nice to kind of decorate the walls a little bit. Otherwise, it was pretty plain in here, but I wanted most of the focus to be on the play place itself. Plus, you're probably going to be playing with walls half up and down anyway. So does not really matter. Also added some big track lights in here to kind of help light up the space, because otherwise I can't hang a light from the ceiling, being as there's glass on the ceiling. Back into the arcade area though, we're just going to add some ottomans near the front door so people have room to sit. There is a ticket kiosk on the inside, but when I started playing, it told me that the ticket kiosk was inaccessible. So I kept the one on the inside just because, but I also put another one on the outside of the building. So either way, it will work, and it doesn't matter if you have 2 ticket kiosks. So I thought that it was just better to not make your game freak out that it wasn't in the right spot. So I just put 2 as a precaution. Also adding more neon signs from high school years and also businesses and hobbies. And then these really cool kind of LED strips that go along the top of the wall, and they cast a little bit of light down. I thought that looked really nice on these plain black wallpaper walls that came with Love Struck. So I put those up as well. Some void critter rugs and also some decals all over the wall. I will just kind of fade in so you can see the finished product, because otherwise we would have been here a very long time. I was very indecisive figuring out how I was going to piece all of these together, but I thought it was fun. They're kind of like video game characters, like Pokemon, so I threw them in here as well. And then the ceiling light, which I believe is from Tiny Living, goes in the bathroom, adding some more awnings outside of the building. And then eventually we will get started on the landscaping and the rest of the outside of the build, because that is what gave me probably the most trouble, honestly. I wanted it to look really easy and simple and kind of match the fast food restaurant that I had already made, but I didn't want it to look exactly the same. So I tried to add the parking lot area first. Then I put down the sidewalk slabs, same kind of low-lying fence to edge everything so that we knew where we were parking, where the pull-in station was, and how you would pull out of the parking lot. And then more of these little lane lines to mark where the cars drive in, more of the little stoppers for where the cars go, and then pretty much the same thing that I did over at the fast food restaurant, except I did make a little median on the one side because I didn't like how it just cut off so abruptly, and I thought that would be a good spot for your Sims to park their bicycles, possibly. So when I did go back at the end before I took screenshots, I made sure to add a little bicycle to that little median area. And we're also putting a cute little sign out front. I used the sign from Cats and Dogs, and then I took the neon sign using Toolmod, sized it up a little bit. That is from Comfy Gamer, and I just put that up on the sign and then also on the side of the building here as you enter. And we have some low-lying fence all the way around the building as well, so I could throw in some landscaping and also a sidewalk from the back of the building in case Sims walk in from that side. I did notice that a lot of Sims come in from that side of the lot, so I thought having sidewalk there would make a lot of sense. I didn't notice that at first with the fast food build, so now that I know where they come in, I will try to make that a little bit more prevalent when I'm building the rest of this. But we have some very simple bushes going in and some tall grasses and just some little patches of grass that I think came with the Businesses and Hobbies debug, I'm pretty sure. Tried to just keep it very similar to the fast food restaurant. I even just copied and pasted a bunch of the shrubberies and the landscaping so that it would be consistent. And then I edited this sign a little bit over here. I wanted to add the logo from the side of the building onto the sign as well. And then I repeated it on the other side to make it very cohesive and make it make sense. And then just added some more tall grass over here to blend it in with everything else. But pretty soon we will be getting into the live mode footage because I did not take any with my last build. I hadn't assigned the lot yet to anybody, and I had to do all of the Businesses and Hobbies things where you give them activities, so didn't get a chance to do that with the last one. But for this one, we actually have some live mode footage. So if you like what you've seen so far, please be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of this build series. I don't know when it will be done, but here you'll see our live mode footage. We have the kids playing on the play place and going down the slide. It was a lot of fun watching all the kids play over here. That was probably the most enjoyable part of it because it's like just bringing back my childhood. And then over here in the arcade area, as you can see, we only have one sim here now, but before when I was playtesting, we had a lot of Sims in here and they were all sitting on the couch waiting for their turn to get up onto the arcade machines. It was really funny. And that is the end of our build. So here is the arcade and play place for our shopping center build series. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the screenshots and let me know what else you'd like to see in this series or anything else that is on your mind, because I would love to hear it. Thanks so much for being here today, guys. Bye.